Right now on KCTV 5 News this morning, gunfire in Kansas City. One man is dead. What police say about the investigation.
And they could be some of the best deals during the holiday season. What you need to know now that Cyber Monday is officially underway.
Plus, 5 in a row, the Chiefs are on a hot streak, and it's reviving fans' hopes about making the playoffs. It's Monday, November 30th. The news starts now.
From the station that stands for Kansas City, this is KCTV 5 News this morning at 4:30.
Good morning, and thanks for waking up with us. It is a raw day. As your dad likes to say, when it's cold and wet, it's raw.
It is a raw day out there. Welcome back to a Monday edition of the show. I'm Rob Finnerty here with Storm Track 5 meteorologist Gary Amble and Lisa Teachman. Guys, it's about 6 days it's been like this. We haven't seen
not normally like this.
That thing called the sun, is that? We haven't seen that in
I got the 3rd degree from him when I was walking in this morning. He's like, what happened here? But the thing is, we have to get through today first. Once we get through today, things are going to start to look a little bit better.
Looks like it is. This is the last day of November, and November has not been very kind to us, at least this last week or so. But December offers new hope, and it will also bring back a little bit of sunshine for you. Checking out I-435 in the Metcalf vicinity right now of Overland Park. You can see the wet pavement. That is going to slow you down in your travels, and light rain and drizzle will be with us through most of the day. 35 degrees now. There's an 8-mile-an-hour wind blowing basically out of an easterly direction. That's going to do an about face this afternoon, coming in more out of the southwest. There's still rain to be had out there, and that's all going to work its way through before the day is done today. So additional showers, hour by hour forecast. 35 degrees at 7, 39 degrees at noon. A brief stop today at about 40, but warmer days lie ahead too. Tell you when in 6 minutes. 4:32 is your time. Here's Lisa with weather and traffic together.
And we're going to keep a close eye on all the roadways as we go through the morning drive because they are damp. We have fog. We also have mist that continues to come down. Some of the heaviest rains, though, of course, across portions of northeastern Kansas and northwestern Missouri. Take a look at this. This is some of our road conditions. This is going to be over toward 470 and I-70, anywhere from there over toward, say, about the Triangle. That's where we're going to see some of the foggiest conditions for this morning. Over toward the Kansas side, I-35 at Johnson Drive, it's wide open, but boy, it is definitely going to be a little bit slower for you this morning. So keep those windshield wipers going along with those headlights, even once the sun does come up this morning. That's a look at weather and traffic together. Rob, back over to you.
All right, Lisa, thank you very much. Some breaking news. New this morning, another earthquake is felt in the Wichita area. It happened about 4 o'clock this morning, roughly 30 minutes ago, measuring 4.5 on the Richter scale. It was centered near Medford, Oklahoma. This comes nearly a week and a half since another earthquake which shook Oklahoma and much of the Midwest.
Also new this morning, Kansas City police are investigating the city's latest homicide. It happened at 23rd and Hardesty just after 1 this morning. Investigators say a person was shot and found on the porch of a home. The victim's name hasn't been released yet. Police will only say he was in his mid-20s and nobody has been arrested.
Well, the man accused of killing 3 people at a Planned Parenthood clinic in Colorado Springs will be in court today. 9 others were hurt in that attack. Robert Deere will appear by video before a judge. No word on motive in that attack this morning.
We're working to learn the name of a man killed by Missouri State troopers and DeKalb County Sheriff's deputies on Sunday morning. They were responding to a domestic disturbance off of 36 US 36 and Thornton Road. Troopers and deputies say they approached a man with a weapon. The man pointed the weapon at them and they fired. The shooting is under investigation. And this morning at 4:33, a local family is struggling with the loss of a husband and father.
Bradley Cox died after the van he was driving in blew a tire and flipped several times in Miami County. He leaves behind a wife and 8 daughters. The crash happened on 69 Highway near 383rd Street. Cox's son-in-law is still in the hospital this morning. Family members tell us Cox was devoted to his daughters.
He just always put his girls first. He would do day dates with his girls. Like, he would take one girl out each day and like just take them or have dinner, or they would like go just do something that the girls wanted to do.
The family is raising money online right now to help Cox's family with bills and car payments.
Fire officials in Sedalia are still trying to figure out what sparked this huge fire on Thanksgiving Day. It started in a duplex, and the embers went in the wind and spread to 2 other homes. Firefighters say the design of the duplex is what's making it hard to figure out how this started. It took crews 7 hours on Thanksgiving Day to put this out. 2 firefighters were hurt, but the injuries were minor.
But it's currently 4:34 on your Monday morning. After a dismal 1-5 start to the season, the Chiefs are now one of the hottest teams in the NFL. They beat the Buffalo Bills yesterday 30-22 for their 5th straight win. They are now 6-5 on the season.
And this streak has fans thinking about something they were ready to give up on, the playoffs. KCTV 5's Lisa D'Souza joins us live from Arrowhead Stadium on this wet, cold morning.
Yeah, Lisa, with 5 games left in the season and a very favorable schedule, the playoffs are a real possibility for the Chiefs, aren't they?
That's right, Rob and Alexis. The Chiefs are actually a wild card favorite for the playoffs in the AFC. And as you mentioned at the beginning of the season, that would have been tough to predict. But now 6-5, it certainly seems like that could be a big possibility. And the Chiefs definitely have a lot to be proud of. They have actually won the past 5 games straight. Sunday, the Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills here at home 30-22. Despite the rain and the cold, down by 2 at halftime, Alex Smith threw a whopping 225 yards, made 2 touchdowns. Then Spencer Ware racked up 114 yards and a score. Coach Andy Reid adds it was the team's defense that really locked in a win.
They were doing a couple of different things on third down. With that defense, they mix it up a little bit. So we got a feel of what they were doing, and then we were able to kind of get it going and be a little bit more productive. Got a couple nice shots down the field, and then the second half, we came out smoking there, so it was good.
All right, so there you have it. And again, the Chiefs are a wild card favorite, so playoff play a certain possibility here. Now, while the cold weather didn't take a toll on the Chiefs, it definitely took a toll on the fans. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll show you how. Live at Arrowhead, Lisa D'Souza, KCTV 5 News. Alexis?
Lisa, thank you. And Chiefs fans clearly thrilled about the team's turnaround. On our Facebook page, Kenny writes, Chiefs look like a team again, and positive energy is what they have. Then Jean posted this, the fact that we could make the adjustments we did in the second half is a good sign. Keep sharing your comments with us on Facebook, Twitter, and at KCTV5.com.
I'll tell you what, 6-5, they're right back in it. If the playoffs started today, they would be in.
Isn't that great?
Good stuff coming for the Chiefs, 5 to go. 4:37 the time. It's fast becoming the biggest shopping day of the calendar year.
So what better day to spend inside on this blustery, cold, wet day than Cyber Monday? While you're looking for deals, though, thieves will be looking for you. We'll show you how to protect yourself.
And be thankful you aren't here this morning. We're going to show you where this nasty ice storm hit not far from Kansas City.
And this storm system has had a huge impact across much of the Central High Plains, and it's not finished just yet. One round of rain continues for today when sunshine finally returns, and how much warmer temperatures we'll get in the days to come. We'll take a look at that coming up in your Storm Track 5 forecast.
You're watching KCTV 5 News this morning at 4:30. From the station that stands for Kansas City, with Alexis Del Cid, Rob Finnerty, meteorologist Gary Amble, and meteorologist Lisa Teachman. This is KCTV 5 News this morning.
Hey, welcome back. Another wet, cold start out there this morning across the metro. KCTV 5 photojournalist Andrew Zimmerman is braving the elements for us this morning, giving us a live look at 69 Highway out in Overland Park. Cold temps to start, pretty wet out there, and it was like that over the weekend as well.
And the weekend rain brought us some ice, but man, look what happened. A dangerous scene. Take a look at all the ice that gathered on the trees and power lines in Hutchinson. One woman was hurt because a tree branch fell on her. Many people are without power. You can see all the ice gathered on the power lines. School canceled in Hutchinson today. Boy, we know how that goes, but we're not getting that here yet.
Not yet.
Yet being the operative word, but Teach is tracking some colorful radar in the Storm Track 5 Weather Center.
And this is actually picking up on the different temperatures within the moisture that's actually falling from the skies, whether it be snow, the wintry mix, or even the rain. But the good news is around here, temperatures have warmed up. That across the majority of the Storm Track 5 viewing area, we've been battling the rainfall, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for your morning drive. The wintry mix, some of that impacting places like Holt County and also Atchison County on the Missouri side, but but definitely looks like the colder temperatures are going to be just to the north and to the west of us. So for today's travel, here's what you can expect on the roadways. Areas of fog and drizzle for the morning drive. 35 degrees by this afternoon. Temperatures are expected to only warm into the lower 40s. But after today, it gets better. Temperatures continue to climb. By next weekend, it looks like we're going to be back into the mid-50s. So how long will we stay dry after today? We'll take a look at that coming up in 5 minutes in your Storm Track 5 forecast. Rob.
All right, thanks, Teach. 4:41 the time. Take 5 to care and know your health insurance options. KCTV 5 News is teaming up with Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City to answer your questions. Open enrollment time is now. See if you can get help paying your monthly premiums. Our team of experts will guide you through the process on the phone and online on Tuesday, December 1st. That's tomorrow. Join us for Blue KC Healthcare in the Heartland. Coming up on 4:45 right now, holiday anxiety, what people fear most. It's one of the 5 things you need to know to start your day.
And President Obama joins other world leaders in Paris during a summit on climate change, how local protesters hope to have an impact there. It's 4:44, time for the 5 things you need to know to start your day.
We're bringing you the day's headlines in just 60 seconds. One man is in serious condition at an Overland Park hospital. The car he was in crashed over the weekend. His father-in-law was driving at the time and was killed. He leaves behind a wife and 8 daughters.
Jury selection begins today in the trial of the Baltimore police officer William Porter, who is the first of 6 officers to go to trial for the death of Freddie Gray in April.
Well, the University of Chicago has canceled all classes and activities on its Hyde Park campus due to an online threat. Someone posted the threat of gun violence on campus on Facebook over the weekend.
A new Consumer Reports poll shows not all Americans love the holiday season. Many say it gives them anxiety. 64% say they dread the holidays, the crowds, and the lines that go with shopping.
Well, Adele's new album sold 25, or it's called 25. It sold 3.38 million copies during its first week, beating the previous record with nearly 1 million copies.
The time is, what time is it? 4:45. Black Friday has come and gone, and apparently it's losing its luster. Black Friday sales are down this year. A new survey from the National Retail Federation shows more people prefer to do their holiday shopping online. And speaking of shopping online, today is the prime day for that. It's Cyber Monday, the day for all those awesome online deals. KCTV 5's Brandon Richard joins us live in our newsroom with what we all need to know to protect ourselves from thieves online. Brandon?
That's right, Alexis, and those criminals have plenty of opportunity to strike because about 121 million people plan to shop online today. In fact, about 42% of those people are shopping right now as I'm talking in the early morning hours before going to work. All of the major retail sites like Walmart, Amazon, and Target, they're offering some deep discounts on practically anything that you can think of. But we spoke to a cybersecurity expert who says no matter what site you visit, be careful when checking out.
Making sure that if you're doing online purchases, you don't use a debit card with your PIN number. You want to use a credit card transaction.
Now, Danny Pickens says your credit card offers more protection than your debit card. His big concern, as you might see today, even though it's emailed to you, Danny says don't trust them. They could be from a scammer.
If you're interested in some type of product, go directly to that manufacturer's website, or make sure that you're going directly to the retail outlet's website, by typing it into the browser and going directly to the URL versus trying to click through ads.
And another reason you'll want to visit a manufacturer or retailer's website is to make sure you're actually getting what you paid for. Last year, federal agencies more than $1 billion worth of knockoffs, many of those sold online. One last bit of advice from Missouri's Attorney General. He says make sure the page where you enter your credit card information has this HTTPS located in the browser. Also look for a keypad, a green keypad. Most websites will have that. That lets you know that you can go ahead and enter your information safely. In the newsroom this morning, Brandon Richard, KCTV 5 News.
Brandon, thank you. And Amazon has released a new video pushing its drone delivery system. It features British TV host Jeremy Clarkson. Amazon says its drones will be able to deliver packages weighing up to 5 pounds in under 30 minutes. That's quick. Amazon has been trying to win the public's approval for its drone delivery project for a couple of years now.
Well, some important breaking news into the newsroom just moments ago. We now know how much it will cost if you'd like to buy all 12 of the 12 Days of Christmas items from the song, of course. So according to the, and I'm not familiar with this, but the PNC Weather Management Christmas Index, the price is $34,131. It's actually a slight increase over last year. The single most expensive item on the list, 7 swans a-swimming. That'll cost you over $13,000. Most of the other items on the list didn't increase in price. My question is, what about the 5 golden rings
and
the maids of milking? How do you even get them to do that? You know, is it a pro bono thing? Are they union?
And the maids are for sale and they haven't gone up in price?
The piper's piping, that's a complicated one as well.
Yeah. All these things to think about.
Ins and outs.
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, today's definitely one of those days where you want to be shopping indoors, just because we have some wet weather still to contend with.
Well, tomorrow will be the first day of December, and then things will really start to roll along. Right now, no, there's nothing wrong with your television screen. It is gray up on top of our tower, and this is that camera from the tower. If you look real close, you can start to see a few faint lights down under the ground. So the clouds are hanging really low this morning. The temperature right now is above freezing, and that is nice, 35 degrees. So this is not freezing up. There's plenty of moisture out there, though. There may be just a little bit up around Fairfax, Tarkio area of extreme northwest Missouri, a little bit of frozen precipitation as temperatures in extreme northern Missouri drop close to freezing. Maryville, though, just a tick above at 33 degrees. Here in Kansas City, it's 35. Latest on the day, 39 degrees expected at noontime. A brief little stop at 40 degrees, but back down to 38 degrees with light drizzle still at 5 p.m. And by 10 p.m., the drizzle should stop, or maybe a very faint bit left over, but it will be above freezing at 35 degrees, which is key as well. And a quick glance at this rain precipitation shield. Look at this that's developing to the south. That's your rain for the remainder of the day today. So drizzle and rain just about all day. Question is, how much rain can we expect out of this? And right now, it's looking like this. A few scattered showers will taper off after about 5, so the lion's share of the rain falls between now and 5. Here's Lisa with how much you can expect. Yeah,
and it also looks like the majority of the mix and also the snow stays off to the north-northwest. And really rainfall amounts for today look to be relatively light, maybe a tenth, maybe 2/10 of an inch at most. And this is going to be a look at forecast rainfall totals, not only for today, but also heading into early this evening. By about Wednesday here, I think things are going to start to look a lot better for us. And remember, you can always download our brand new Storm Track 5 weather app, get the latest weather alerts, the interactive radar, find out about power outages, not to mention take a look at all the live cameras all across the metro. And it looks like once we get past today, Gary, things are going to be so much better. It's going to start to warm up and the sunshine's finally coming back out.
Well, I can't wait for that, although we have to wait for the first day of December to see it. A little crack in the cloud cover on Tuesday. 42 is your daytime high. Now, the next few mornings are going to be frosty. 29 degrees tomorrow morning, 27 Wednesday morning, and down to a very cool 25 by Thursday morning. But the afternoons will start to feel better. 42 tomorrow, 42 again on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, a sunny finish to the work week, and by Friday the temps are in the 50s. Saturday will be the warmest of the next 7. 54 degrees. That will really feel nice. Can't wait for the sunshine, Rob, and I know you've been feeling it too.
Sunshine, Gary. Come on, we've seen that in 8 days. I wore the sun-colored tie today, and this is my protest here.
You're trying to do some sort of weather voodoo.
What good vibes out there for the sunshine. All right, 4:51 is the time right now. President Obama will join more than 100 world leaders in Paris today for potentially historic climate talks.
The president was greeted by France's president and protesters, which are crowding the streets of France, calling for a stronger commitment to protect the environment. Last night, the president also visited the concert hall where a majority of the victims in the Paris terror attacks were killed.
More than 100 local conservationists are hoping their voices will be heard as they join that march around the world. KC Climate Coalition gathered on Sunday in the plaza ahead of the United Nations Conference on Climate Change in Paris. They're rallying local leaders and representatives at the conference to take strong action against climate change.
We need to become less dependent upon fossil fuels and a lot more dependent on renewable energy. There is plenty of renewable energy. We just need to have the political will to get it done.
The coalition marched from the J.C. Nichols Fountain to the All Souls Unitarian Church. There, they heard from a number of guest speakers, including Congressman Emanuel Cleaver, about the impacts of climate change and what would happen if leaders don't take action against rising temperatures.
Today, there is another step in the legal battle over whether to indict the police officer who shot and killed a boy holding a pellet gun. A grand jury will continue hearing evidence today, and some new evidence as well, to determine whether to indict the police officer in the death of Tamir Rice.
The 12-year-old was carrying a pellet gun last year when he was fatally shot by a Cleveland police officer. The jury is expected to hear from Rice's family today and review video of the shooting released by prosecutors over the weekend.
And the Chicago police officer charged with murdering a teenager is expected to appear before a judge today for the first time. Dashcam video shows Van Dyke shooting 17-year-old Laquan McDonald last year, just seconds after getting out of his patrol car. He's charged with first-degree murder.
Well, an amazing discovery in the middle of the Canadian wilderness. The story behind 2 hunters and a trapped eagle that's going viral this morning. Oh, welcome back. A couple of Canadian hunters have a story that's going viral this morning. They were up in the woods in Ontario when they were grouse hunting. They found a bald eagle stuck in a trap that they had set. They covered the bird with a jacket to keep it calm, and they were actually able to pry open the trap to get the bird out. The brothers said the eagle seemed like he was okay, so they let it go free. But they did manage to take a pretty cool selfie
Look at that.
with
He's
the
smiling.
bird. I love how they were like, Bird, before we let you go,
you.
Bird, just hold on. We know you're very patriotic, especially to our friends down south. But one quick selfie.
He smiled for it. I love it.
I'll tell you, Gary, we had everything in the mix this weekend except for snow locally. But boy, when are we going to see the sun again?
Yeah, well, tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow is the first day of December, and it's kind of tough when you have to wait till December to see a little sunshine. That's exactly when it's going to happen. Hey, right now, though, it looks like we're socked into the clouds, and a little bit of light rain will be falling. Again, it's going to be a pretty ugly day again on this Monday, but at least the Chiefs won. That should warm you up a little bit. Sunshine returns tomorrow. You'll have to wait for a while, but a warm-up is heading your way, which will put temperatures back in the low 50s by the end of the week. And I've got a weekend forecast you'll like, too. Details on all of this right after the break.